record button is on, but I'm not live yet. Once it hits 25, I'll throw it on the thingy. I gotta stop juggling this fucking pen. I keep dropping it. I'm not a good pen juggler. Oh, here it goes. So, off air, and we are live. Alright. Oh, man, I can't wait for tonight's stream. Tonight's gonna be a good one. I get excited about these ones.
You and me both, buddy, actually. Like, I love talking about different conspiracy theories and so forth, especially ones that are, like, right around where we're located.
I think
Being
we're gonna
in West
do...
Virginia, like...
I think we're gonna do at minimum 10 episodes of this one, to be honest with you. I'm gonna have to go through and, like, clump them all together into playlists. We'll have to go through and figure out which ones are which. Fudge, man. This before podcast meditation, whatever. How was your day, Mr. Johnson? Was it good?
It was very good, actually. I mean, I slept, like, most of the day, but that's what made it the best. I didn't have nothing to do, really, today. Sat around just being bored. And then when I got up, I started reaching out to other streamers, watching some people play a racing game. Actually, AJ Will was streaming for a good 2 hours earlier today, and I was on with his stream watching him drive around racing. It was a lot of fun. Him and Rose 911, they're really good, cool people.
You know, people don't understand that in addition to being the channel's marketing director, you're also the After Lounge's bartender, are you not, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir, I am.
And you do some of the best bartending I've ever seen in my life.
I try. Sometimes I drink too much of the alcohol myself.
And what are you going to do?
They don't need to know that part.
20, 30, 40, 50.
Definitely would make me happy to see everyone having a wonderful
PA
night.
Southie, welcome.
Glad you're here, buddy. You're not Paw South of Finn. You're PA Southie. We all know that.
Paw South Finn. Southpaw Finn.
Yeah.
Southpaw.
I love the way our gator talks and says people's names. It cracks me up.
Southie, are you a lefty? Are you a Southpaw? You are first.
Yes, buddy. You are definitely first here.
We haven't even started the stream yet. Are you a Southpaw, though, for real? Just out of curiosity. Ah, crap. I keep dropping stuff.
About MothMan. So I think you'll enjoy that, buddy.
Oh, can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. I lost connectivity there for a second. Can we check the Twitch? Can we just make sure before I get in?
Still on.
Okay,
we got
good.
2 more minutes.
Do we have audio?
And I hope so. Southie, we got audio.
Yeah, Southie, can you just double check? Do we have audio? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
And
Sorry.
He said he's actually ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous. Okay, so let me ask you this: which hand do you jerk it with? What?
You can use both.
Oh shit! I was gonna say, like, I mean, I'm a righty, but sometimes I use the lefty. Just, stranger in the tub type of shit.
You'll just sit on one hand while doing it, so that way the other one gets tired.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, Southie.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I can't wait to start talking about this whole Mothman shit. I'm excited.
That motherfucker can that motherfucker can write love letters and breakup notes, like in a conveyor belt fashion. He could just be like hitting on bitches and breaking up with them at the same time. That's dope. Pimpin'.
Hey, check the chat, Mr. Albright.
See, he gets it. What'd you ask? I'm sorry.
Check the chat. I don't know how to correct this one, the group chat.
What about the group chat? Oh, the. Hang on, let me look.
Our other member is kind of having issues.
Getting no audio from Discord. Hover. We got 10 seconds. Tell him to hover over it and then right click it. He needs to bring me that thing. All right, here. Enjoy an intro.
5G, the government using mind control through our cell phones, and me calling vaping the downfall of this country.
All right, welcome to the bonfire. We've got a new colorful little fire today.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Johnson, for going in there and typing that. I appreciate you. Anyways, today we're going to have a very fun, laid-back episode tonight. We're having a second episode tonight of the bonfire, of conspiracy theories on the bonfire.
The bonfire.
I just wanted to say the bonfire again. I heard somebody at work say it that way, and I really enjoyed it. Anyways, on the bonfire tonight, we're doing conspiracy theories episode 2. We're talking about MothMan tonight. The infamous, the humanoid, giant moth-like creature of the night. He is seen here in West Virginia. Anyways, he started being seen in like 1966 down here in West Virginia. Was he found in Reeling? No, I don't think he was around here. I think he was somewhere else.
From what I've seen, he came around from Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Doesn't sound like he's pleasant at all. It doesn't sound like he's a pleasant motherfucker at all.
No, a bipedal, whatever the fuck that word is, creature with glowing red eyes, 10-foot wingspan, and looks human in most aspects.
That man's got 2 pedals. 2 pedals.
Big, definitely 2 pedals. Good morning, Danny G. Glad to have you here from the UK. I believe you said you were from. Awesome.
Good morning. It's like fucking 10 o'clock at night. Well, welcome, Danny G.
For him, good morning, I think it is.
He said good evening.
I know, I misread. That's my fault.
Oh, well, welcome. Either way, welcome.
I kind of hit the bull a bit too much. That's my fault.
That's okay. How
you doing, Danny G?
Yeah, we're talking about Mothman. We're talking about Mothman and the giant balls he has to have to come and just snag humans off the ground out of nowhere. You know.
Does UK have any sightings of Mothman? Have you guys heard of him there? I would love to know about that one.
That's a very good question.
If you are from the UK, I think you said you are.
I want to know if the Mothman has like a travel to him. Does he travel south for the winter type of shit? You know, he's a moth, not a bird, but still.
You know? Hey, he has a 10-foot wingspan. I consider him a fucking dragon.
It says 1:30 a.m., so it's in the middle of the night for poor Danny. Thank you for staying up for us, Danny.
You have not heard of the Mothman. All right. Well, from what I just read,
give us the insight.
Legendary winged humanoid creature that's been reported in West Virginia and Point Pleasant, dating back to 1966. He has glowing red eyes, a 10-foot wingspan, and looks almost human in most aspects.
My goodness, that's terrifying. Yeah. That reminds me of an ex-girlfriend I had. That's absolutely terrifying to me.
Reminds me of Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers is right. You know, I played a lot of a specific video game by a specific company called Bethesda. I'm not going to say which video game it was. But if anybody else here on Twitch has played this video game, you guys know about the Mothman. You know how freaking cool he can be to see in that game. You know, now I'm a big fan of those specific games. I'm also a big fan of these cool like humanoid things.
I think we have a special interruption from Mr. Jim Riggin.
We sure do, Mr. Riggin. You are muted. I don't know if you see. You do have a little mute button on. But welcome. Welcome.
We'll get your audio worked in so that way you can start talking.
What the hell's going on here?
There you are. Buddy.
There he is. I feel like we're being graced with some pleasures tonight.
Welcome, Mr. Riggin. Welcome to the bonfire that we've been doing so far while you've been working on everything else for us. Glad to have you here.
You know, thanks. I was happy to pass them by, but I'm gonna just listen.
That's good to hear. I know we've been diligently working hard on some extra stuff. Me and Mr. Riggin on the side that we're gonna bring in. Excuse me, I'm getting medicated. So you know I'm locked in. Anyways, anywho, yeah, we've been diligently working on some stuff on the side to bring you guys more content, more visible stuff.
How we're able to, and it's how we can sit around the bonfire at night. Got to stay medicated. It's enjoyable, relaxing. We hope you all enjoy sitting around the bonfire with us.
One of the things that we're actually going to be doing, we're going to need your help on. I know this is the second or third time I've asked for your help, but just like Mr. Sanders, I am once again asking for your help. We want to do a segment where we prank call people for you guys. We want to help you guys out. So if you ever wanted a Twitch podcast to call your people, I want you to go ahead on our Twitter, DM us a phone number and a little bit of a backstory on who we're prank calling, why we're prank calling them. And if you have a good idea, I want you to add that in there. Maybe you want us to be, the Amazon delivery driver. We can't deliver the 30th package this week. It'll be funny. Maybe you want us to be...
If you want to be... go ahead.
I was going to say, maybe you want us to be the abortion clinic. We're calling to tell you that the abortion didn't take. Sorry, you're still pregnant. You know what I mean? Funny as hell. I'll do all of that. We want to do it live here on the podcast in a new segment. I'm not going to name the segment yet because we haven't really agreed to a name. But there is a segment that we want to come up with, yeah.
If you want to try to do it more, be more anonymous with it, so that way people don't see who it is sharing it, you can send us whispers on Twitch, and we'll respond that way as well. We don't want you guys to feel like we're putting your names out there, and if you want to remain anonymous, you can send us whispers.
That's why I said DMs. Mr. Riggin, you were saying something. I apologize. Go ahead, bud.
Yes, that was my fault.
No, I got a call. I got to go.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll talk to you another night, Mr. Riggin. I know we're going to have people tune in for the JRO coming up soon. We are pre-recording that, me and you on the side. We'll tune in for some interviews if you want to see some of the backsides of the Willow Arms residents. Yeah.
Thank you for coming in.
I want to see the backsides, yep.
I want to see their backsides. But, hey, thank you, Mr. AJ.
Hey,
AJ Sparky. I gotta get close up to my shit. Sorry. Bye, Mr. Riggin. He's a good dude. You guys are gonna love the JRO when we start finally doing some reactions to it. You guys are gonna absolutely adore it. But anyways, welcome.
If you guys have anything to say or to add to what we're discussing, feel free. Fill it in with our chat. Blow the chat up, and we will try to get as much of it mentioned in as we can.
Yeah, feel absolutely entitled. Yes.
It helps keep us going and keep us adding more and more for everybody. So please let us know your ideas about the Mothman. What do you guys feel? Have you ever heard of him? Have you not heard of him? Is he a complete mystical being like Marlin the Hobo that comes around once in a while?
Now, Marlin, I know a lot of the time, when they see him, it's usually outside their houses or chasing something. Like a dog, a cat, a car.
I just want to give you a heads up, AJ Sparky. We have a lot of adult humor on here. What you may hear, if you don't like adult humor, we apologize.
Oh, I don't apologize. AJ Sparky had to click past to start watching thing. They know. We're motherfuckers here. We are some motherfuckers here. I'm telling you.
We like to have a lot of fun with everybody and engage with everyone. And we love roasting our guest members that come in on our show. So you may love it.
Yeah, I'll tell you. We don't fucking like the FCC in here. Is what I'm gonna say.
No, FCC won't let me be.
Oh, don't use that bar. Hold on, cause he sues. Hold on a second.
No,
I don't want to summon him. I'm going to be honest with you. That's the last fucking thing I want. Did you see the last fucking motherfucker that summoned him? MGK is still wearing pearl necklaces. No, I'm not doing it. Fucking no.
Yeah, I don't
he sings country music now. No, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. First it was the underground tunnels. Now we're fucking summoning the devil. No.
Well, I got to do stuff to get us content. I'm sorry.
I'm not on.
All right. Who's the first guest with us tonight?
Oh,
Besides for Mr. Riggin popping in.
well, the first guest with us tonight, he's the closest thing to an alien that I know. He runs the he runs the 911 come and dump here up the road from us. But he's actually one of my very good friends. One of my very good friends. I'd like to warm welcome, Mr. Pardeep. You are on the bonfire with Mr. Albright and Mr. Johnson. How are you tonight?
Everyone, welcome Mr. Pardeep.
Thanks, man. It's good to be back on the show.
We're glad to have you. Glad to have you. You know, I want to ask before we even get into the show topic. How are you, Pardeep? How was your day? Did you get enough sleep? Did you get enough to eat today? Did you get enough to drink today?
Yeah, man, I'm doing all right. Just same old stuff, you know. The 911 quick fill keeps me busy all day long. But hey, I can't complain. I'm doing what I love. And as for food and drink, I'm always stocked up. Ha!
No, I get you. I get you. How's the family doing? Wife and kids, everybody doing all right?
I mean, I'd hope you're stocked up with food and drink. You have
Yeah,
a
man, the family's
store.
doing great. Wife, she's got her yoga class on Saturdays, you know? Keeps her all zen. And the kids, they're crazy as ever, running around the trailer, fighting over toys. Just your average family life, bro.
Wait,
For
your,
sure.
your 400-pound wife does yoga?
Yeah, man, she sure does. And she's got more flexibility than me, that's for sure. She can pretzel herself up better than anyone I know. Ah,
And this is not me being an asshole when I ask this, Pardeep. Out of the kindness of my heart, I want to know, but how in the world? She must have the strength of a fucking walrus. How in the world is she getting those legs in the air to do those moves?
ah, it's all about balance and technique, man.
Mm.
She's a strong gal, even at 400 pounds. And hey, you know, yoga ain't just about being skinny. It's about finding your center, connecting body and mind. She's a living testament that size ain't everything.
She's a living testicle. Yes, she is. Now, before we get into the topic tonight, Pardeep, is it okay if I ask you a super personal question?
Sure, man, go ahead. I'm an open book. Just don't judge me too much, all right?
No worries, no worries. So when you and your 400-pound wife, you're getting frisky. Do you ever miss and hit a fold?
Oh man, you going there, huh? Well, I'll just say the wife and I have our own rhythm, and being creative is part of it. But it's not about the number on the scale or the fold, you know? It's all about love and connection, man.
Love and connection. Are you loving and connecting with folds, or are you loving and connecting with organs? Just out of curiosity.
Man, I love my wife for who she is, folds and all. And you know what they say, real men know how to appreciate a little extra cushion. Huh?
But
Yeah, I
Pardeep, I'm
mean,
saying, have you ever missed? Have you ever missed the target and ended up in fold land? In the fupa,
Well,
if you
man,
will.
let's just say I'm a skilled marksman. Hitting the bullseye every time if you catch my drift. Ha!
Okay, so you don't fuck folds then? Not a fold
Hey, I
fucker?
mean, if you do, that's fine. Our one viewer here says that a hole's a hole. He don't care.
Well, but a fold is not a hole, technically, Mr. Johnson.
But you can make it a hole.
No, you can't. Not without super glue.
Grab some super glue then.
Well, last time I did that shit hurt. I'm curious. Pardeep, do you fuck folds?
Ah, man, why you gotta ask me these things? Let's just say my love life is my business, alright? I ain't going into any fold territory, and I ain't talking about it on the show, man.
Nah, you're fucking folds, dude.
Cereal soup.
Okay. Well,
All right, look,
let's move on with the
yeah,
topic.
I was gonna say we did bring you in here for a reason, Pardeep. I do have a topic of discussion for the night. Okay, we're on our second episode of our conspiracy theories series. Ooh, that rhymed. Anyways, conspiracy theories series. I know you watched our first episode. You were a big fan, so I wanted to bring you on. Excuse me, for round two. We're talking about Mothman tonight. You ever heard of him?
Ah, yeah, man, I've heard of Mothman. Creepy urban legend, right? People seeing this massive creature with wings and red eyes. Sounds like something out of a nightmare, bro.
Yeah, well, I heard you actually had an encounter with the Mothman. You were driving down the road and he started chasing after you in your car and shit. Can you tell us about that?
Ah, man, you remember that one night, huh? It's
Mm-hmm.
not something I like to talk about, but yeah, sure, I'll share it for your show. I was driving back home late one night, and out of nowhere, I swear I saw this dark, massive figure flapping its wings and chasing after my car. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Can you tell us more
Really?
about it?
That's
Like, what
insane.
is it? How big was it? What did it look like? Did it have a large penis? Tell us about
Man, it was huge, taller than a stop sign easily.
The
It had these
penis?
big red eyes that seemed to glow in the dark like fire. And nah, no large penis or anything like that to be
Okay.
seen. This thing was all business, man. Creepy as hell.
So what did
it. Did
it do to you,
anybody?
Pardeep? Did you like stop or anything, or did you get out of its way before you could see it do anything?
Yeah, did you keep going?
I was so scared, man. I just wanted to get away from that thing. I hit the accelerator and sped up, and eventually it retreated back into the darkness. Never saw it again after that. Man, that night still haunts me, bro.
Did you ever report it
Why?
to anybody?
Ah, man, I considered reporting it, but who would believe me? I didn't have any proof, just my word. And people around town tend to think I'm a bit of a weirdo. So, yeah, I just kept it to myself.
I got a question for you, Pardeep. If you were camping and you woke up and your pants are around your ankles and you have a condom sticking out of your ass, would you tell anybody?
Oh, man, what kind of question is that, bro? No, I wouldn't tell anyone. I'd be too goddamn embarrassed, man.
So you'd keep it to yourself?
Yeah, man, I'd definitely keep it to myself. No
Could you say
need to
you would
go
be
around broadcasting my embarrassments, right?
could you say you'd be a happy camper?
Haha. Yeah, I'd be real joyful about it, man. Just super thrilled.
Pardeep, Pardeep, do you want to go camping?
Yep, that's me. Always going deep into the uncomfortable topics, bro. Huh? Ah, man, don't tempt me, bro. Camping is not really my thing, bro. I
I
prefer
stick
the
with the
comforts
chastity
of the
belt on. Ain't
indoors,
nobody getting in
nice
my
and
ass.
safe. But hey, if you're offering to camp with me, I might consider it. Ha! Wait,
No,
that's it?
no, no.
Just a question
You want?
about camping?
Yes.
You don't know? Bro, you always have some crazy new topic to bring up. Are you losing your touch, man?
Well,
No, definitely not.
no,
Keeping it
we're
interesting.
curious about more your Mothman story. I mean, so is that the end of it? You just got away from the Mothman. That was it.
Yeah, it was kind of boring me, so I wanted to change the subject. Tell us more about Mothman.
Oh man, don't call my encounter with the Mothman boring, bro. It was a real and scary experience for me.
I don't
But
know.
yeah, I'll tell you more about it. The story doesn't end there.
Did he touch you?
I was gonna say because Daryl was in here telling us about how aliens were fucking him in the butt, all types of stuff, making him a pop socket holder.
Nah, man, I don't swing that way. You hearing me? No way for Mothman to get to my butt. And besides, I don't have any stories about aliens, man. But I got my own encounters.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, okay. So continue on. What happened after the Mothman chased you?
Well, after that night, I was pretty shaken up, man. Kept having nightmares about it. And every time I drive that same route at night, I can't help but feel a little anxious. Like he's gonna pop out and chase me again.
Uh huh.
Is it is it true that you've seen him outside of your house at night when you're looking out your window?
Oh, yeah, man, I've seen him perched on the roof of the trailer park a few times, just staring at me through the window. It was creepy as hell, I'm not gonna lie.
That was just me. That was me sitting on the perch, looking at
I
you.
think it was PA Southie.
Could have been Southie.
Yeah, well, it freaked me out, man. I thought the Mothman was coming to get me or something. You gotta stop doing that, bro. Not cool, man. Not cool at all.
The Mothman's still out to get you, Pardeep. Is there anything that you want to leave our viewers with before I kick you out of here?
Let you get back to your come and go.
Yeah, bro. Always fun talking to you, man. don't forget about that camping trip you were talking about. And don't take the Mothman stuff lightly, man. I swear he's real and he's out there. Be careful out there, bro.
Anything you want to tell our viewers besides for what you just said? You want to say any good news to them?
Yeah, I got some good news, man. Business is booming at the 911, you know? People digging those gas prices I'm offering, and they love their convenience store needs getting met. Plus, I'm adding new cigarettes next week, so the loyal customer is going to be feeling good. You know what I'm saying?
100%, Pardeep. All right, well, we'll see you another time, buddy. We'll have you on again.
Thanks, man. Been a pleasure, bro. Come by the 911 anytime for a good deal. You hear me?
I'll come by the 911 gas and come one of these days. Peace out.
Peace out, bro. Later, man.
You know, Pardeep is like one of my best friends. I go in there a lot.
I'd just go in there to steal some candy.
You steal candy.
Yeah. I mean, why would I pay for it here?
That's
He ain't
horrible.
gonna catch me. What's he gonna do?
I guess you're right. So our first ad break is actually for a new segment of ours. All right. I'm not going to say much about this ad break. I'm just going to let you watch it. So without further ado.
Southie wants to know what would he do?
What would who
Or
do?
what would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah, what we were talking about. I think it's about the whole camping thing.
Oh, I would tell everybody. I would run out into the campgrounds swinging condoms from my cheeks. I'd be telling everybody. Yeah. People would be flailing to try and not get some of the residue on them. Anyways, if I push the right button, then we're gonna go to the new ad that I made. If not, we're gonna go to a W ad. Either way, you guys know how I feel. Here you go.
I think I messed up. My energy was crashing faster than my Wi-Fi. But then I found. Buckle up, folks. It's time to get trashed with the Bonfire crew. Welcome to After Lounge, the brand new segment from the Bonfire podcast that's flipping the reaction game on its head. Think you've seen it all? Think again. Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright are bringing you trailer park style laughs and raw, unfiltered reactions to the craziest viewer-submitted videos. Picture this: outrageous clips, side-splitting roasts, and advice so bad it's good. Whether it's a wild party mishap, a jaw-dropping stunt, or just plain bizarre, we want to see it all. But here's the best part. You get to be a part of the chaos. Got a video that you think can make our hosts lose their minds? Don't be shy. Slide into our DMs on X and send us your wildest submissions. And who knows, your video might just make it to the After Lounge, where the laughs are loud, the jokes are crude, and nothing is off limits. So, what are you waiting for? Join the After Lounge party and let's get trashed with Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright. Remember, hit us up on X and be a part of the most unfiltered, laugh-out-loud segment in podcast history. Listen to the Bonfire Podcast's After Lounge, where your content meets their commentary. Trust us, you won't want to miss this. Catch you in the After Lounge.
Cool, the commercial for the After Lounge. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. I did put that on there. I'm glad you
That is
noticed.
so cool. Like, I didn't even notice that it was the commercial for the new After Lounge.
I definitely didn't accidentally play the W ad for the first 2 seconds. No, definitely. I for sure hit the right button the first time around because I'm great. I'm the I'm the shit. I'm the goat.
Great.
I'm the goat.
Not as that was supposed to be. You intended on him doing that.
Anyways, we are back. Welcome back to the Bonfire with Mr. Albright, Mr. Johnson. We're talking about the Mothman today. We're talking about some different experiences that some of our different, trailer park residents have had with this crazy bastard, the Mothman. Right now, I thought
Any of our viewers have any encounters with Mothman?
I thought I had an encounter with the Mothman, but it turned out my third grade teacher was not, in fact, the Mothman. Miss Floyd, if you are listening, wash your ass, you're weird. But no, she was not the Mothman as I assumed initially that she was.
You sure it wasn't Mr. Johnston from good old Geneva?
Oh, Mr. Johnson, we're not naming names out here. We're not. He's a tenured professor. We're not naming names. Come on now. No, of course not. He was a great man. Come on.
Little bit smelly, but a great man.
Great man. Allergic to soap. Whatever. He was a good guy.
I I hope someone, whenever we start the prank calls, I hope someone ends up giving us his number. That would be amazing by coincidence.
I would definitely prank him. Just because I liked his class. I thought he was a good guy. Thought he was
I
a
like when
gentleman.
people brought him in soap baskets and stuff.
I thought that was rude because he couldn't use any of it. I remember there was a
I know.
teacher. I'm not gonna name names, but when I was in the 7th grade, we had a teacher that every time you threw change at him, he would turn around and grab it. He was a crazy dude. He would turn around and grab the change though, and so after lunch, we would have a lot of fun with him. And he taught history. And I remember for a prank at the end of even though we were in 7th grade, usually it's a senior thing, is you have a senior prank. Not us. No. We decided we were going to glue a ton of pennies to this man's desk. Okay, perfectly good desk. We glued a bunch of pennies to the top of it, right? So he couldn't even write on this thing. He'd have to put a notebook down to write on top of the notebook. And he spent hours chiseling those pennies off that motherfucker. I think he pulled $1 off. Used every single one of them in the vending machine that day too. Used every single one in that vending machine. I thought it was a good time. I did not allegedly help in the vending machine
I'm sorry,
shenanigans.
Southie. You got to tell me this joke. Message it to me, and I will say it. I don't care. What's this joke, buddy?
Well, I care. I'd like to stay on the air for a little bit. It would be nice if Twitch didn't
stay on
kick
the
us
air.
out. Remember, Jeff
on the air.
Bezos owns Twitch.
Yeah, well, Jeff Bezos can suck my toe.
Well, I agree. You could say that. That's fine. But you start dropping hard R's and stuff, then we're gonna get in trouble.
No hard R's.
No hard R's.
So, let me get that joke, Southie, and I will ask Daryl the joke.
Speaking of Daryl, look who just popped up in the audience.
Here he comes.
Look who just popped up in the audience. My favorites, meth head.
Ooh.
A warm welcome to Mr. Daryl. You were on the bonfire with Mr. Albright and Mr.
Bring
Johnson.
that stuff around. It's weird enough already.
I'm sorry, Southie. That joke I can't say.
Daryl, you're on the bonfire with Mr. Albright and Mr. Johnson. How you feeling today, bud?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man. Nice to be back on the bonfire with you fellas. It's always a good time.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Fuck you, Daryl.
No problem. It's good to be here. You fellas got any questions for me or what?
I mean, first and foremost, I want to ask how you doing. How was your shift tonight at the HTB? I know you had one.
Man, it was all right. Usual stuff at the HTB. Busy as usual. But I held my own and got that grill firing hot. You know how I am when I'm in the zone at work. Nothing stops me.
I know that's right. Did you have a shift with your girlfriend Tammy tonight?
Nah, me and Tammy ain't working together these days. She's doing her own thing now, not much into cooking no more.
Really? So
Uh-oh.
you telling me that there's
Trouble
trouble in paradise? Yeah. Oh.
Nah, man, it ain't like that. We're still together and all. It's just she's got a new job in retail, and she's real happy with that. You know how it is. Sometimes you gotta move on and try new things.
What's she selling, her ass?
Quit working at the HDB.
Man, you know HDB, they always holding on to them workers. Andy is still there. You would have thought he would have quit or something.
I mean, I guess you're right. Well, no, you don't know Andy. I know Andy. He's a different dude. So, Daryl, so now Tammy, is she still part-time at the HTB waiting?
Yeah, man, Tammy's still part-time at the HTV. She works there on the weekends, I think. But like I was saying, she ain't cooking no more, but she still knows the business and stuff, you know.
Oh, I know. She knows some business. I know about some business that she knows. Anyways, Daryl, we got you in here for a reason. You know, we got a cool topic tonight. You want to talk about it?
Sure, I'm up for whatever, man. What you fellas got in mind?
Well, I know we had you in here yesterday talking about how your girl Tammy puts big blue dildos in your butt. I mean, how you were abducted by aliens. Tonight we're talking about MothMan in our second installment here of our conspiracy theories series. Do you know anything about MothMan?
MothMan? Man, Man, I've heard a few stories and things here and there. Ain't he like some kind of bird man that's supposed to predict deaths or something?
I don't know that he predicts deaths. Mr. Johnson, does he predict deaths?
I haven't seen anything about that one.
Uh, Daryl, explain where you heard that rumor from.
I don't know. I think I just heard it from some people here and there. Word gets around about them strange creatures, you know.
Oh,
I hear he's
no,
been
no,
seen a
no.
lot in the woods and stuff, always causing trouble. Seen some
Okay.
strange lights and stuff there at
Daryl,
the
shut
old
the fuck
TNT
up.
plant, too. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen next with that Mothman.
Well, if you let me speak, I could tell you. I'm reading right now. Um, Apparently, people are claiming to see the Mothman before earthquakes, tsunamis, and the 9/11 terrorist attack happened.
Ah.
So they're saying that he's believed to cause bad luck or natural disasters and stuff.
You ever seen Mothman, Daryl?
Well, can't say I ever seen him with my own eyes, but I've heard plenty of stories from folks who've said they've seen him in those old woods. And you know, sometimes you can hear strange things out there at night. Sounds like screeches and stuff like that. Wouldn't be surprised if it was that damn Birdman.
Pardeep was claiming that he's seen him out of his window and stuff, but Mr. Albright said that it was him. I'm saying it was P.A. Southie.
I was joking.
Uh,
It wasn't really me.
I think it might have been the Mothman. What do you think, Daryl? Do you think it could have been Mothman?
You fellas are always playing around, ain't ya? But you know who knows it could have been that damn Mothman. Ain't nothing would surprise me with all them strange things going on out there.
I
Who
mean,
would that be?
Now, don't you fellas go trying to blame your hijinks on me. I don't
No,
need
no, no,
nobody
no.
thinking I'm seeing some crazy Mothman creature or nothing like that. I
No, we're
already
not
got
blaming
enough
nothing
trouble to
on you.
deal with.
Buddy, we're not blaming nothing on you. We would just want to know, who do you think it could be?
All right, y'all done playing around. But if we're talking serious here, I'd probably say it was just one of you fellas messing around. Mothman's just an old campfire story, you know? Ain't no way some kind of creature like that's just hanging around in them old woods.
what if he's a
I want to
giant
say,
penguin?
welcome to all of our new viewers that just popped in. We're talking about the Mothman. If you guys have anything you want to say about the Mothman, please drop it in the chat. Let us know what you think, and we'll bring it up and discuss it with everyone.
Daryl,
So,
did
Daryl,
you
carry on.
did you talk to Tammy yesterday about your alien encounters at all, Daryl?
Yeah, man, I did talk to her about that. She wasn't too interested in all them alien stuff, though. She's pretty used to me babbling on about that sort of thing, but she's got her own things going on too, you know.
Well, she told us something about a big blue dildo. Didn't you say those alien fingers were big and blue?
You fellas ain't never gonna let me hear the end of that, are you? All
No,
right,
never.
all right, they was big and blue, I'll admit it. But come
We
on,
will always
can't you just
discuss
let that
that.
stuff go already?
Incoming ad break.
No, we're going to discuss that every night with you, Daryl. Just because we want to always know about it until you tell us the truth.
Yeah.
Man, you fellas sure are determined on this alien stuff, ain't you? I told you the truth, man. They was big and blue, just like fingers. What more do you fools want to know?
And you think this also looked like the interior of a 1997 GMC Jimmy?
Yeah, man, it looked like the inside of that truck. How do you know that anyway?
Did you
What?
ever see the Mothman while you were in that truck?
Good question.
I think I remember seeing something out the window, but those aliens had me so out of it I ain't sure what I saw. Could have been a bird, a plane, or even Mothman himself for all I
It's
know.
Superman. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
It's Mouthman.
Man, y'all and them old school jokes.
Hmm.
Maybe that Superman would show up next time, save me from those aliens.
Do any of our viewers have any questions for Daryl about Mothman? I'm sure he would love to answer some.
All right, go ahead, fellas. Ask me some questions about that damn Mothman. I'll try to answer best I can.
I want to know what the Mothman smelled like, Daryl. If you had to compare him to a smell, what do you think he would smell like?
If I had to describe it, I'd say that Mothman's scent was like a mix of damp wood, sulfur, and something sickly sweet. It's hard to explain, but it wasn't a pleasant smell, I'll tell you that.
Damp wood and sickly sweet sulfur.
So that means the Mothman also butt fucked you?
That's a good
Did you
question.
get probed by the Mothman?
Damn, man, you just can't stop bringing that stuff up, can you?
PA South,
No,
yeah.
the Mothman didn't buff fuck me or whatever y'all want to put it as. Just leave it be. All right? I told you fellas all about the weird stuff that happened in that truck, so why can't you just accept what I told you and move on?
So
Just
for hold on, just for girth's sake, you were not butt fucked by the Mothman then, Daryl. Just the aliens.
That's right, you got it. Just the aliens, but the Mothman had nothing to do with it.
So the aliens butt fucked
Can
you.
we please end this discussion and get back to something else?
Is there anything you want to leave our viewers with before we cut to our next ad break?
Yeah, I just want you fellas to remember that the world's a weird place. And there's things out there that are hard to explain. But don't let that stop you from living your best life. So keep going out there, stay positive, and don't go chasing any Mothmen, you hears?
All right, whistle farts. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, see y'all tomorrow. And don't be going out there looking for that Mothman creature, all right?
Oh no, we definitely won't be.
Peace out, whistle farts.
Peace out, fools. And
oh, whistle farts. That's my new favorite term.
I told you guys, we love harassing our guests that come in here. We go through hell with them in the trailer park every day. So it's only right we give it back to them.
Hey, you know what? If he doesn't want to be called whistle farts, he should stop telling me about why his farts whistle.
I agree.
Okay. Either way, we're gonna cut to the same advertisement that we just cut to because I really like it and I feel like Mr. Johnson missed it. But either way, for those who didn't see it, this is a commercial for a new segment that we're gonna be having on here once a week, probably Sundays, most likely, maybe twice a week if we're feeling generous. But it's gonna be like a reaction type of deal. We want you guys to help with it. Send us some stuff to react to and stuff. We're also gonna be doing the JRO reactions in there. It's going to be for
we're working out the thing with prank calls and everything as well. So.
That's separate. This right here is mainly for, reacting to the JRO, so you guys get a chance to see that, but also for a chance for us to showcase you guys as well. So without further ado, here is
bring the community together and keep us all tight and helping everybody.
Exactly. Without further ado, here is the commercial for the After Lounge.
Buckle up, folks. It's time to get trashed with the Bonfire crew. Welcome to After Lounge, the brand new segment from the Bonfire podcast that's flipping the reaction game on its head. Think you've seen it all? Think again. Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright are bringing you trailer park-style laughs and raw, unfiltered reactions to the craziest viewer-submitted videos. Picture this: outrageous clips, side-splitting roasts, and advice so bad it's good. Whether it's a wild party mishap, a jaw-dropping stunt, or just plain bizarre, we want to see it all. But here's the best part. You get to be a part of the chaos. Got a video that you think can make our hosts lose their minds? Don't be shy. Slide into our DMs on X and send us your wildest submissions. And who knows, your video might just make it to the After Lounge, where the laughs are loud, the jokes are crude, and nothing is off limits. So, what are you waiting for? Join the After Lounge party and let's get trashed with Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright. Remember, hit us up on X and be a part of the most unfiltered, laugh-out-loud segment in podcast history. Listen to the Bonfire Podcast's After Lounge, where your content meets their commentary. Trust us, you won't want to miss this. Catch you in the After Lounge.
All right, welcome back to the Bonfire with Mr. Albright and Mr. Johnson. To all of our new viewers, I want to extend a very warm welcome to the channel. If this is your first time viewing, welcome, welcome, welcome. If it's your second time viewing, welcome, welcome, welcome. If it's your third time viewing, welcome back, motherfucker. How you doing?
Yes. You'll see that we love our adult humor, our adult talk. We're very open with how we speak. So enjoy.
Yeah, no. Tonight we're talking about fucking like Mothman. We have the series we're doing. It's a conspiracy theories series sparked up by one of our viewers the other day. Actually, we really enjoy talking shit about some of these crazy conspiracies.
Yes,
Some of these
I wish that viewer could be in with us, Purple Gang, but they
Eh.
haven't been around lately.
He's too busy for us. That's okay. It's no big deal. What are you going to do? Either way, we're talking about Mothman. Last night we talked about some aliens. We talked about how Daryl got butt fucked by aliens. That's a good time. He always loves telling that story and about how he was turned into a fucking pipe fitters union. Either way, tonight we're talking about Mothman. Pardeep was chased by Mothman. Daryl, we can never trust what he's saying because I think also that he was not actually abducted by aliens. I think he was cheating on Tina, and that was his excuse. Was that he was abducted by aliens?
PA Southie, when we have that the after lounge fully up and going, definitely send us in some videos.
Oh yeah, we will be glad to react to some of your stuff. But I will say, even though we love you, we're not gonna be nice just because we love you. We're not gonna be nice to anybody. Nobody gets any special treatment.
Any viewers like watching some good video gameplay, be sure to check out PA Southie whenever he's live streaming his games. Last night, me and him had a collab where we streamed content warning together, and it was definitely a lot of fun. So be sure to check out his channel as well. You'll enjoy it. I know I do.
I enjoy watching Southie's stuff too. Yeah.
So.
Even Southie by himself, I really enjoy watching. You know, I tuned in for the one with just Mr. Johnson, but I do like watching Southie on his own. I think he's got some great commentary when it comes to his gameplay. So I definitely check out PA Southie FN. There in the chat, you'll see him. Check him out. He's probably in our suggested channels at this point, I believe. Is he not, Mr. Johnson? He is?
Yes,
good.
He's been.
As long as
forever ago, just to help out, because he's been one of our huge followers and supporters.
Good. As long as he's on there, that's all I care about. Anyway, so we talked to Pardeep. He was chased by Mothman. We talked to Whistle Farts. He was fucked by aliens. And now our next guest of the night, of course, is the guy with all the gossip. This guy knows a little bit about everybody in the trailer park.
I hope he knows about Mothman. Like he lives outside. He's a hobo. Like he would have to have seen the Mothman.
Mr. Marlon, welcome to the bonfire. You are on with Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing just fine, homie. You know I love a good bonfire chat. What you got planned for this evening?
Oh, not much. We're sitting here. We're kind of just shooting the shit, chatting away. Talking about some different topics. But first and foremost, as you know, I gotta ask, how was your day? What went on to you today?
The day went pretty good, homie. I was out and about, taking care of some business, trying to make some moves to better myself. I also had some time for relaxation, spent time with some good people, and just enjoying the moments that life throws my way. But you know me, any day I get to chill and talk with you guys is a good day in my book. What about you? What you been up to today?
Marlon, you got 7 days off crack today, don't you?
Looks like you did some digging and found out about my crack-free streak, homie. Yeah, today is day 7 since I turned my back on the rock, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's been a challenging journey, but I'm staying strong and focused on a better path.
1 week. Can I get a round of applause in the chat for Marlon, who's gone his first week in 20 years without a rock of crack ingested? That's amazing. That's actually fucking amazing, Marlon. How'd you do it?
Yeah, thanks, homie. Appreciate the love. It's not easy breaking those habits, especially after years of dance, but I'm working hard to change my ways. I'm not gonna lie, there have been temptations and moments where I almost slips, but I'm gritty and determined, keeping my eyes on the prize. Applause applied, homie. Now
PA
let's
South.
keep this train rolling for another week. You hear?
PA Southie. He did quit. He did. Didn't. He isn't just broke. We all got together and made his ass quit because he was getting a little bit out there with himself. Kind of like Daryl, but a little bit worse.
That's true. If you've ever watched the Animorphs or read the Animorphs, the 3-day journey they took Jake on to get the yerk out of his head is exactly what we did to Marlon. We strapped him to a chair. It was a good time. Do you remember when we strapped you to that chair, Marlon, in that barn?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I certainly remember that one. You guys were pretty serious about getting me clean and straightening me out. It was a wild ride, that's for damn sure. But I gotta admit, it was also the tough love and support of you guys that gave me the kick in the butt I needed to start making some changes.
Yeah.
So thanks for waking me up to myself, homie.
I kicked you in the balls, not the butt, so.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot about that part. You're right, you didn't kick my butt, you kicked my balls. But hey, no hard feelings, homie. I know you did it for my own good.
That's right.
No,
That's
I did
right.
it for fun.
And well, that's exactly why we talk about your hippopotamus mama. It's for your own good, Marlon. Once you understand that, you'll be a happier cat.
Be a happy camper like Pardeep.
Oh yeah, my man her hippo ways, I know you guys like to jab at her, but you know she tried her best, even with her flaws. And you're right, it's all about finding happiness, even in the tough times. So I'll try to be more of a happy camper like Cardi, eh?
So look, anyways, the whole reason that I have you on here, we're talking about, conspiracy theories. We're on a second episode. Episode 1, we had aliens. We had Daryl on here telling his story. We had you on here telling Daryl's story and how you think it's bullshit and blah, blah, blah. Tonight, we're talking about MothMan. Do you know about MothMan? I hear you have some crazy stories about him, you being a mystical hobo and all that.
You better know about Mothman. That fella and I go way back. I've heard all sorts of tales about him. Some say he's a demon, others spin wild stories of alien connections. But me, I've got my own perspective on that flying creature. And I'll tell you, homie, those tales you hear, they're just the tip of the iceberg.
Hey,
So
Mr. Albright, I gotta go and find me a tree real quick. So I shall step back, and I will be right back, buddy.
You go ahead and use the tree in the back of the thing. I don't want to smell what you're doing. Anyways, Marlon, so you know the Mothman personally?
Yeah, you could say that. We've crossed paths more than once. I'm telling you, homie, Mothman ain't no average creature. But I have a feeling you got some of your own crazy tales about folk, right?
Not at all. No, I want to hear all about you and your stories about Mothman. Tell me one of them. How did you meet this guy?
Hey, you want to know how I met Mothman, huh? Okay, let me spin you a tale. Back in the day, I was hanging out in West Virginia, walking the rural roads at night. It had been a long day and I was feeling a bit lost. Then, out of nowhere, there he was, Mothman, hanging out in a field, his eyes glowing red in the darkness.
Oh, man. So what did you do?
At first, I was scared, but there was something about Mothman that didn't feel completely evil. So I gave the fella some respect and just observed. I kept my distance, but I could feel that he was watching me too. It was a strange sort of encounter, of blurred lines between fear and fascination. You see, friend, there's so much more to Mothman than meets the eye.
Did you talk to him? I mean, did you guys just, creepily sit there and stare at each other?
We didn't really converse in the traditional sense, but there was a weirdo sort of connection. It was like we understood each other, know what I mean? Not really a convo, more of a silent understanding. Hard to explain, but we had a weird sort of bond.
I mean, you guys are both kind of weirdos, so it makes sense to me that you would understand each other. I mean, I don't know. Did you guys, hang out for a while afterward or anything? Or, how long were you with the Mothman?
Well, I can't say we really hang out in the conventional sense. I'd see him off and on, especially when I was mooching around the woods at night. I'd catch glimpses, feel his presence. There was a strange, comfortable feeling about him. Not the kind of friend you chat with over coffee, but the one that watches your back. You know what I mean?
So to you, he's not scary at all. He seems like a benevolent friend. Now, a lot of people they say when they see the Mothman, he's usually got like an omen. He's yielding, like some sort of like bad thing is coming their way, some sort of earthquake, 9/11, or some shit like that. Is that true in your experience?
Hey, you ain't wrong, homie. The Mothman, he's known for bringing bad omens. But that's the thing, I think there's more to it than that. People tend to assume the worst when they see him, but I can tell you, he isn't always the bringer of doom. Sometimes I think he's just trying to send a message, a warning of sorts.
So you don't think he's the bringer of doom? You think he's warning against doom?
Hey, exactly. The Mothman, he ain't exactly the beast of apocalypse folks make him out to be. He's a sort of a messenger, trying to wake people up before the real trouble drops. Sometimes he might be an early warning of the storm, you feel me?
What do you think made Mothman the Mothman? What made you what made him different than like regular people? Why does he like different like that?
That's the big question, ain't it? Nobody really knows what makes Mothman tick. Me, I suspect he's not really a full-blood Mothman, if you catch my meaning. Maybe there's some sort of alien connection, or some other powerful force at play we can't understand. All I can say is, his presence is something else, something not of this world.
So you think the Mothman could be an alien, like an illegal alien, or
Huh.
an alien from outside space?
I don't know about his legal status, but the possibility of an alien connection crosses my mind sometimes. There's something about Mothman's aura, his strangeness, that feel incomprehensible to regular humans. Maybe he's from
Oh,
space, maybe he's some sort of unknown species. The
Mothman is
point
definitely
is,
not
this still
legal.
ain't your average human.
our one viewer says some call him good and some call him bad. So what do you call him? Do you call him good or bad?
Good and bad, that's a tricky one. To me, I don't see things as black and white. Mothman, he's neither completely good or bad. He can be cryptic, mysterious, a little scary sometimes, but I think there's good there too. Folks
Why'd
tend
you
to
have to bring
judge
race
based on
into it?
looks, but there's a whole other dimension to him.
Why'd you have to bring race into it by saying you don't see things black or white? Like
I
we
I,
don't
I
ask you about
agree with
that.
that question.
Like we didn't mention that one. I think he's purple.
Well, he's brown.
No racial intentions there, homie. I was just using figures of speech. But purple, huh? That could be an interesting color for Mothman. Never considered that one.
Is there anything you want to leave our viewers with, Marlon, before I kick you
We're
out of
nice and
here?
warm around the bonfire, Southie. Sorry for the negative 13 degrees for you, buddy.
Sucks.
I'm toasty sitting at this fire.
Down here in Reeling, West Virginia.
No problem, friend. The cold doesn't faze me. And for the viewers out there, just remember to keep an open mind. There's a whole world of mystery out there, and some of it can be folks we least expect. Mothman, he's just one example. There's hidden wondrousness all around us if we care to see it. Stay curious, homie. There's always more to discover out there.
Marlon, what do you think our next conspiracy theory on the show should be?
I've got a suggestion. How about we dig into the whole Bigfoot mystery? That fella seems to draw a lot of curiosity, and there's a lot of wild tales out there.
I don't want to
Yeah,
have your
yeah,
mama on the
that's
show.
right.
Owl, seen him walking through the woods, all sorts of strange sightings. What do you say?
No,
Good
that's not his
idea?
mom.
I don't want to have your mother on the show, Marlon. Stop talking about
his,
that.
His mom's a hippo. That would be his ex.
Bigfoot, hippo, same shit.
But we did have a suggestion for Bigfoot earlier from someone we were talking to outside of this. So I say we should. I keep hearing a
Noted
lot
on
of
that
new
mother
things.
comment. But yeah, let's roll with the Bigfoot theory. Folks seem real intent on proving his existence. Maybe we can find some clues, or at least a good laugh on the way.
All right. Well, we'll have you on tomorrow. We'll talk about Bigfoot, Marlon. We'll talk to you then, okay?
You got it, friend. I'll be here, waiting for you to uncover that big secret about Bigfoot. Until then, stay warm and keep the flame breathing.
I thought he was gonna get mad at me for calling his mom Bigfoot, for sure. I thought he was gonna be pissed. Oh man, I keep going after these guys and their moms. They're gonna get fucking testy with me.
They're eventually gonna fire back at us. I'm waiting for it. Like, I would love for them to say something to us about.
Daryl fires back at me when we're not live all the time.
Yeah, same with me. Like, I remember the one day me and him were going at it left and right, and it would have been great content for everybody, but we forgot to hit the record button.
I just don't think he wants to embarrass us live, I think is what it is. He knows when we're recording and when we're not. He told me that.
Nah, I think he knows that we can get his hours cut at the hometown buffet.
Yeah, that is true. I know Mama pretty personally.
I don't think he likes the repercussions of fucking with the good old Mr. Albright and Mr. Johnson.
Here's some lore for you.
Brother.
Here's some lore for you. I don't know if you knew. But actually, Tina is actually the sister of the owner of the hometown buffet. Mama, that's Tina's sister.
So that would make Mama my sister then?
That is correct. That is correct. Now, the sister raised Tina. That's why she didn't know her parents, right? She knew her mom, right? But the mom died early on. So they had Mama. That's why they called her Mama, because she was the sister that took care of everybody. So she's technically your sister, your half-sister.
I would have figured it would have been my sis or sis mom, but I like Mama.
Yep. And then those two kids that are running around busboying and waiting tables and doing all the extra shit when they don't have people working. That's Chip and Dale, her sons, and they're heir to the hometown buffet throne. So I don't know if you've ever met them.
I'm just learning all this. I kind of broke away from the trailer park at a young age and didn't really grow up here, and then came back to meet my family. I heard all these great stories about. So
for those who don't know, Mr. Johnson. Here, I'll tell people the story. While we got a little second to banter, I'll tell people the story. Me and Mr. Riggin are from a whole different place, a whole different corporation in New York. Okay, and Mr. Johnson had moved out that way, trying to find work. Now, Mr. Riggin is a driver. Or he was until he became a podcast owner and became too good for all of us. And then I work for the corporation. And so our goal was to come down here and take over the coal mine down here in Reeling, over here in the Willow Arms. And obviously Mr. Johnson, he's from here. So he came along too, and Mr. Riggin was the driver. He drove us down here, but then our car broke down. So we've been stuck here ever since. Me and Mr. Johnson started this podcast. Mr. Riggin started his own. He blew up. We're still trying. What are you gonna do? And so that's why we're here.
He didn't literally go kaboom. I mean,
yeah,
he blew up podcast style.
Right, Riggin dished up some money for us to buy the after lounge, and Mr. Johnson is the bartender there. I run everything else. Obviously, I own it and all of that. And so yeah, so I'm paying back Riggin, and also trying to get the car fixed so that we could take over this coal mine and get the F out of Willow Arms Trailer Park, and bring Mr. Johnson with us eventually. But maybe we'll get a podcast out of it. Who knows?
Willow Arms will be kind of sad when we take the bonfire show from them, but. Oh, well.
I think they're going to be saddest when we take Gator the raccoon. I think they love him the most.
Yeah, Gator's a good buddy. He's in our water right now, swimming with us while we're sitting here talking to everybody.
So our next ad break here, we're going to cut to our last ad break, and it's for my favorite energy supplement of all time. You guys have probably all heard me talk about this stuff, but it's a powder. You put it in your water. You drink it twice a day. It gives you the same energy as you would get from that gas station crap that you keep funneling into your bottle. Don't drink the gas station crap. It's terrible for you. It's bad for your kidneys, your liver, it's your stomach, your intestinal lining. It's all just terrible for you. It's a waste of money. This stuff.
W's are like $30.
And you get 10% off. And you get 10% off when you order with the code the-bonfire. All right, so without further ado, here I'm going to play the commercial. They got to see it. They got to see see it to believe it. Here you go.
I think I messed up. My energy was crashing faster than my Wi-Fi. But then I found W Energy. Picture this, you and your buddies, gaming all night at Willow Arms Trailer Park. But halfway through, you're fading fast. That's when you need Dubby Energy. Just pure, clean energy to keep you in the game. With flavors that'll make your taste buds dance, Dubby's got your back. And it's endorsed by Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright for that extra focus boost. So why settle for anything less? Fuel up with Dubby Energy and turn those late-night gaming sessions into epic victories. Use code the-bonfire at checkout for 10% off. Trust me, your high scores will thank you. Dubby Energy, the official fuel of Willow Arms. Game on, folks.
All right, we are back. All right, so tonight I think was pretty it was pretty good one. We had a lot going on. We had Pardeep in here telling us about how he outran the Mothman, and then how he kind of watches him out of his window, which is kind of creepy. We had Daryl in here talking about all types of stuff involving the Mothman, involving how he believes in it and has heard stories, but has never personally seen the Mothman.
Oh, and PA Southie, you sent that right before we cut to our commercial, so I didn't get to give a chance to say thank you. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah, thank you,
very,
Southie.
very much. Much love.
I appreciate that. Anyway, so and then lastly, we had Marlon in here telling us about how he knows the Mothman pretty intimately, and how he sees him pretty often. We've known the Mothman to be kind of known for bad omens, but Marlon wants us to look at it as more of a warning than a bringer of bad omens, a warning of omens than a bringer of omens. And my take on it is probably, what if this thing is psychic, if it exists, and it could see all this bad stuff happening before it happens, so it tries to warn us. Maybe that happens. What do you think, Mr. Johnson?
Yeah, I definitely take him as some kind of psychic being type thing. From what I was reading, he pops up and right afterwards some kind of disaster happens and shit. So yeah, I could see him as being some kind of warner per se, not a bad omen. Something he's trying to give us a warning so we all know what's going to happen or know to expect something bad.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, with that said, I've got nothing else. I think the Mothman was a cool one. I think tomorrow we are going to talk about Bigfoot on episode 3. I do want to talk about the Sasquatch. I think I dated the Bigfoot once.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, good times. She's still around. She's still doing good. Married, kids. Anywho, without further ado.
He's happy about that. He said he did too.
Oh, PA, we're Eskimo brothers. Oh, man, I could feel your tip on mine. Anywho, we're going to cut without further ado to our wonderful outro. Please join us tomorrow on another episode of The Bonfire where we talk about Bigfoot. Peace out.
Yee-haw! Time sure flies when you're having fun at the bonfire. Thanks for hanging out with Mr. Albright and Mr. Johnson here at Willow Arms Trailer Park. We hope you all had a hootin' good time. Be sure to tune in next time for more stories, laughs, and good old Southern wisdom. Until then, keep them marshmallows toasty and your spirits high. Catch y'all next time at the bonfire.